You've, of course, been in government for many years, both in the UPA era and, of course, in the NDA, handling economic portfolios. Family also had ties to the Tata family. First of all, how do you remember the great man, Mr. Ratan Tata, and how did he impact perhaps your outlook? How did he shape your evolution personally and, of course, the nation's evolution?
Mr. Tata, first of all, was a gentleman, most unassuming, humble to the core, very clear in his enunciation, solid on his values, always had the interests of the customer topmost in his mind, and was always focused on building a world-class product and serving every single customer. Mr. Tata, throughout his life, built a spirit of perseverance, built a spirit of steadfast dedication, and the ability to take risks where no one would venture forth. Look at the examples he set for us in his life. The acquisition of Tetley in England, followed by the acquisition of Chorus through Tata Steel, followed by his vision of producing the cheapest car in the world for every single Indian, and how steadfastly he stood dedicated to that cause, followed by the acquisition of Jaguar Land Rover. And it would be in the fitness of things to say that Mr. Ratan Tata did not represent only the house of Tatas. Mr. Ratan Tata represented the aspiration of every single Indian. Mr. Ratan Tata held the Indian flag high in the global firmament of nations. And today, we not only miss him, we not only pay homage to him, but for me, it has been a very, very, very personal loss. The Scindia family has had a very old and close association with the Tata family. Sir Jamshedji Tata, when he was setting up Tata Steel, and investors did not invest in the US and in Europe, my great-grandfather, Madhavrao Scindia I, brought up the whole issue of Tata Steel because he knew that India's infrastructure had to be built. His son, Jyotiraditya Tata, had a very close relationship with my grandfather, Jyotiraditya Scindia. In 1942, when Air India was formed, they both together put Gwalior on that first blueprint of Air India. My father had a close association with Ratan Tata. I first met Ratan Tata ji when I was a child of 10 years old in Mumbai. And I have enjoyed a relationship with him for the last 40 odd years. I remember when I came back from Harvard as a banker with Morgan Stanley, many times went to him for guidance, visited him, talked to him about his company's aspirations. In 2016, I had invited him to the Scindia School as the chief guest for our Founders' Day. And I have such vivid memories. At the age of 80, he walked through every stall of the exhibition, spent time with each child, engaged with each child. And there was a herd of students flocking to him for photographs, flocking to him for autographs. He had the ability to capture the soul of every single individual. And 2 years ago, I had the good fortune of having a meal with him at his Bombay house with my wife and my son. And his blessings have been with my son as well. And therefore, for me, apart from a national loss, it's been a very, very personal loss. May God give his soul peace, and may he live with us and inspire us to not only work for ourselves, but to work for the nation and to keep India's flag flying high.